Good morning, and sorry about no closeout last night. After we finished eating, we went and took showers, and really we went to bed. The last 24 hours had just caught up with us where we were just that tired. We basically slept for just over 10 hours last night, so Andrea's back at the camper making breakfast. I went out for a little morning walk, and it's nice and cool, and the fog all over the place, so it's really nice to see. Plan is Great Smoky Mountains today. Might be a little bit busy, but we figure if we're going to go, today might be the best day, so we should be leaving here soon after we finish eating breakfast and go have some fun. And breakfast is some scrambled eggs, bacon, and more of the sourdough toast, but Andrea actually pan-fried it today. Maybe a little bit of blackberry jam to go with it. We just did a last-minute look. Y'all know we've been trying to do the entire Blue Ridge Parkway in North Carolina, and due to Hurricane Irma just coming through a couple days ago, the section we have left is going to be closed until Monday. So we're going to miss out on the parkway, at least this section. But it's not going to change much of our plans. It just means the road we're going to take is not the parkway. We're on our way to the Oconaluftee Visitor Center, which is in Cherokee, North Carolina, and this is going to be our first time going to an actual national park, which is the Great Smoky Mountain National Park. And one of the great things about the Great Smoky Mountain National Park, and the reason why it is one of the most visited parks, it's free. That was part of the deal to get the land. It's got to be free. So that's where we're heading to right now. Going through a very foggy Asheville right now. Took a little video from the campground. It didn't show as well as this, but as you can see, it's foggy everywhere. But we're going back to, y'all hear that I always say, I used to go to the mountains a lot. Well, this is going back exactly where I used to go to. I spent every summer and a lot of my youth in the Cherokee area, and that's actually where we're traveling to today. And as you can tell, Siri's telling us to go left here in a minute. Oh, it's another one of those times when Google Maps and Siri sends us down the crazy roads. Oh my God. There is no way in the world I would have went down this road in the Beetle if I would have known this is what she's going to send me down. I mean, really? I have no clue. And this is sad because I've driven on a lot of the roads here. I've never been on this road. I have no clue where I'm going.
I don't understand. Do most people's Google Maps send them in places like this? This is the third time in like
a week
we've been on a road like this. This is so funny. I don't understand.
Oh my God. And we only took it because it said we got to go a quarter mile.
Well,
but this has been a rough quarter mile.
We'll show you what happens when we get out.
Alright, well that was quite the adventure. We got all the way to the end of our four-wheel trek and was right there at the Blue Ridge Parkway. I guess Google Maps hasn't updated itself knowing that Blue Ridge Parkway is closed in this area, and we knew that. We just didn't know it was going to tell us to go all the way up there to get on the parkway. So guess what? We had to turn around and come all the way back down. So another fun adventure in the four-wheel drive Beetle. So we got back down here, and this road that we're on actually leads us into downtown Cherokee. No signal, no maps or anything, so basically I'm about to go off memory, and that's kind of bad because, yeah, I grew up here a lot, but I never really drove up here. I always rode, so hopefully there'll be some signs to tell us exactly where to go to. If not, there's plenty to see and do. Probably what a lot of people know Cherokee for now is the Harrah's Cherokee Casino. We have been there once or twice just to visit. It's just not our cup of tea, basically. And it's like I was just telling Andrea, whenever they voted to bring it in here, she's like, I see it as probably half the people wanted it and half the people not. And the actual vote, whenever they did vote it in, was, I think, about 60-40. So a lot of people wanted the casino and some people didn't. So, but we're getting into the downtown Cherokee area. We got this casino, and I think there's one other casino down here you just don't hear as much about. Now entering the Great Smoky Mountain National Park. It has taken us a while to get here, but we are now here. And the visitor center is right there, just ahead. All right, we are at the Oconaluftee Visitor Center, and we're about to actually do the Oconaluftee River Trail, which takes us into downtown Cherokee. It's 1.5 miles into Cherokee and 1.5 miles back, so good 3-mile hike to start the day. Might be getting started a little late just because of our little off-road trek, but I still think we'll be good. Weather looks nice, except for it's a little foggy, but not a big deal. And as you can tell by that sign, we're not going in. Here's a little view from the trail. And if you can listen very closely, not sure if the phone's going to pick it up, but you can hear the river, which is right over there, echoing in the background. I'm sure we're going to get us a good look of it here very soon. Here's you a little shot of the river. And yes, you can see straight through it because all of the rivers up here are that clear, at least all the ones I've ever been to. It's pretty neat being back up here in the Cherokee area. I've seen a lot of stuff that reminds me of my youth, and there's a lot of stuff that's changed. But one thing that hasn't is just how great everything looks. And maybe I'm biased, but I just love the area up here. I love the trees. I love the environment. This is always where I told Andrea, she's known it, I always want to move back to the mountains one day, but then we moved to the beach and it was like, oh yeah, we love the beach, we're gonna stay here. Now coming back to the mountains, I think we're both kind of leaning back towards, okay, maybe we just want to live in the mountains again. This has been such a nice trail leading from the visitor center into Cherokee. It's got a nice coverage, been nice and cool. And you had the water beside you the entire time. It's just really nice, relaxing, and enjoyable. Really love the stonework underneath this bridge, just right here at the river. Now that was cool. That's one reason why we wanted to get here really early, is because the fields right here by the visitor center, in the morning during the fog, the elk come out there and are basically grazing out there. So it was like, oh man, we're gonna miss out on the elk, because they do it during sunrise and sunset. So they'll do it again this afternoon, probably about 7, 8 o'clock tonight. But that one, Andrea just happened to be looking around, saw it, and that elk was huge. It was huge. Just sitting there eating, minding its own business. So we tried to not leave him to his eating. Yeah, you got to stay away from them. We got the babies. We picked them up actually, kept them quiet while I was walking by. We got a couple good pictures of it, took a little bit of video. So I'm extremely happy by seeing that. Lunch today is going to be the front porch and deli. Finished up the trail. Gonna grab a little bit of lunch before we continue on into the Great Smoky Mountains. I started lunch way too quickly. Didn't film. I got a barbecue chicken panini. Andrea got a grilled roast beef sandwich, and dessert is a red velvet brownie. We're at the Mingus Creek meal. First stop after the visitor center to check it out. One thing that's really cool about this place is it's still operational. You can still buy cornmeal and I think Andrea told me wheat flour that they still ground here in that building with the turbines and the stone mills that are still operational. So it's really cool that it's still that old and still running. sad to see all those trees, as you can see right here, actually dead. It was a organism that was brought over from Europe, basically got introduced here back in the 50s, and has killed all these trees. And slowly they're trying to quarantine the organism that did it, but it takes a long time to do, and it's going to be a long-term project to try to restore the trees and make sure that that organism from Europe. Andrew told me exactly what it was called, and I cannot even remember, but it was something that was brought over from Europe back in the 50s, and they're still fighting it today. Look at the difference 1 week makes. Last week when we were on the Blue Ridge Parkway, everything was still green, but we saw a little bit of change. This week, you see the yellows, you see the oranges, and you see some reds. So definitely the fall color is happening right now. So we're here at Clingman's Dome, which is the 3rd highest peak east of the Mississippi.